Alright, should be recording. I see the file and OBS says it's going. Don't always trust the audio, but whatever. Alright, so continuing Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition. There's Tomb, and let's see what Profather has to say.
Far. A grand arena gilded by blood, a giant slain, a toll paid in full. But before the king will help our rider, he must have his dead court.
Alright. And, oh boy, there are things on this list. I'm actually looking at them because I don't remember all of them. Yeah, we can start. Alright, lots of things being cancelled, unfortunately, or postponed at least, is one of them. Earlier in the week, it was GTC, that's NVIDIA's conference. That one got... It was weird. So initially, it was not cancelled, it was, they were going to make an online event, but then they changed even that. So it wouldn't be an online event, it would instead be, just press releases. Which makes Dining do a bit easier, so that would have been fine with me. Yeah, but I have to say though, I think it's very weird how they handled that. It's like, oh yeah, it'll be like an online event where we'll still have Jensen Wong up on a stage and he will talk about this stuff. To nah, we're not even gonna do that. But yeah, I don't remember what the dates are for that. I've been busy with some other stuff that I will talk about. But also E3 has been cancelled, which is also kind of weird, just as far as the whole E3 is until June. And a lot of the expectations I've seen is warmer weather will kill the virus, or at least slow it down enough that it's like it shouldn't be too much risk. But to be fair, there's a lot of planning for a lot of planning that goes into any E3 stuff. So the ESA deciding to cancel it now may be we're trying to head this off so that you don't have people, you don't have various companies being kind of stuck with, we've done all this work, all this investment, and now it's going to be fun. But a number of companies have said that we'll still try to figure something out. It'll probably be a very online event. Which I think that's what most people are gonna, would tune into anyway. And I do remember some people talking about how, like some people that attend the conventions, and this goes for more than E3, how it's kind of nicer for somebody like me that is stuck at home, because that doesn't go, that's just at home and is gonna watch it, because I can be more comfortable sitting in my chair watching it. I can easily, go to the bathroom if I need to. I can get something to eat if I want to. Things like that. But yeah, it will be interesting. Oh,
while you still can.
Hello. Bad timing. It's like, now I can't leave. I'm stuck here. Why is the camera stuck? There we go. But yeah, so we'll just have to see what comes of that. Alright, let's look in here since this doesn't require opening up a door. Another look at the dead page. Oh yeah, and then the top of the list I have here, because the convention stuff, that's just low down on the list. But I'm also trying to figure out. Okay, so that's just gonna have to be later. This definitely surprised me to see, and it will be interesting. 2K and the NFL have signed a deal, so that now Actually, wait, no, I might be able to open that. Nope, no I can't. So 2K will get to make NFL games. However, they cannot make simulation games. EA still has that, so like in the Madden, which is more of a simulation type game, will still be an EA property and such. Things like that, they're still going to be doing that. But 2K will be able to do, well, for lack of a better way to put it, more like silly games or arcade games, you could say. Like I talk about with the racing games that I get from Codemasters, that I am much more of an arcade type racer game when it comes to games. That's more what I enjoy than simulation. And like the stereotypical example for an arcade racer would be Mario Kart. Whereas for me, I would say a good example for a oh, that could prove annoying. For a simulation game would be the F1 series. That, you know, the level of control you get over that, over your stuff, and that is significant. Alright, here. Aha. I think I looked up to see that. Oh, this is not going to be the easiest. Okay, that's how I can. I'm just going to go down there and kill those things, so I don't need to worry about them later. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what games, and I think it said 2021 is the earliest that we'll see the games now in development come out from 2K. So yeah, we'll just have to see what comes. Which that may also prove interesting, because that will definitely be when the new consoles are out. Anyway, what else have I got on here? I know some of the stuff. Oh yeah, Command & Conquer: The Remastered Collection is coming to Steam and Origin on June 5th. I played the original Command & Conquer because I was able to I borrowed my brother's copy. I actually need to mention it to him if I see him today. So he may be somewhat excited about that news. Come on. You No, it's it. There we go. That was just... Yeah, I don't like this setup right here. Purely because this is too much of a... You need to get the timing just right, and on PC, it's kind of a pain because you have to, like, you know, go here, select it. Now, true, it is paused, but it still is, why are we forcing the player to have to do this? Come on, there we go. I do have Command & Conquer 3. I can't say I've played it for years, though. But I do remember one thing that I did always enjoy when in Command & Conquer was, and I would also do this in like a Warcraft 3, because I had that, is try to capture an enemy construction yard kind of thing, so that I could then build everything that they had. So I would have access to all possible units. I like that. That was, to me, fun. That was a goal to try to have in these games. I don't even know if you can do that anymore with many RTSs. There was a way to do capturing the ashes Singularity, but it's been long enough since I've played that I don't quite remember. And there's part of me that wants to say it was easier on one side than the other. What else have I got here? Oh yeah, that, which it is interesting, but I don't think it was quite worth trying to write up a long item on it. So for years, this is true for both AMD and NVIDIA, GPUs, the reference designs would use a blower type cooler, which pulls air in from the case, blows it through a fin stack that is, over the hot components with a cold plate there. And then has the air exhaust out the back of the case. A lot of people don't like these because a blower fan typically is smaller and has a higher RPM, so it's louder. Well, at least can be, and some also say that it's less efficient at cooling. Come on, let me keep moving. I'm sorry, dodge should just take priority. It makes no sense that dodging doesn't take priority in games. It's also kind of annoying that it's hard to see them because of his own attacks. But with Turing, at least the RTX series, I don't know about the 16 series, the GTX 16 series. Those reference designs are all using twin axial fan, which a lot of people were happy about, and I remember seeing it was kind of funny. Sapphire, at least Sapphire Ed, made the joke about how good to see them finally catching up to us. Now, true, that's not the reference design, but Sapphire's been doing the twin axial fans. I think it even said that they were the first to implement the twin axial fan design. They've had that for years, so. I'm just checking. I don't think I could have done anything there. But AMD will, for the reference designs, use twin axial. So that's an interesting change, especially depending on if we see any board partners like Sapphire come up with blower design. Because some say that they're better for like ITX builds, so that because it's a small case. So you can evacuate the heat out of the case instead of just circulating it in. There have definitely been people that put the axial fan stuff in even compact ITX cases, and it performs fine. And once people have also tried comparing blower and axial fan designs and found that the temperature difference isn't that big. So it's not like the blower evacuating out the back always makes a difference. Although I have seen some people, by removing the bracket on that side, actually can significantly improve cooling. Alright, so something's about to happen in here. See? Obviously that, allows the air to the hot air to more easily escape, so that makes sense, but... It is so annoying that these guys do not get stunned by your attacks so often. They just go right through. But then, isn't that kind of bullshit when you think about it? That, for me, if I get attacked, I always get stunned. There is no exception to that. But even these guys that are mobs, technically, they're stronger mobs, but they are still mobs. it takes something special to stun them. I know you use it. I don't like having used my health pots. Yeah, how does that make sense? I mean, yes, because of the lightning damage, I am getting them shocked, but at the same time, how's it fair that they attack me, I can't attack because I'm stunned by it. I attack them and they're like, oh yeah, what's going on? I'm still attacking you, I don't care. It is nonsensical, isn't it? That's true for many games. Dealt with. Figures. Of course, let's have more come. It's like 3, 4 of these things that are a pain in the ass. That's not enough. Let's also throw a bigger guy at him. And at least this guy, he's big enough to make some sense. What the heck? Why are you locking me out of my abilities? I don't remember what the strategy is against him. There is one, I just don't remember what it is. I mean, it might just be this, which is not really a fun... I'm in a reviewing mode, which is not really a fun way to play, where it's like, oh yeah, just run until there's an opening. It's like, that. How about you allow a way to make an opening? Ah, son of a bitch, I see something. Or enemies being summoned. By the way, my decision in the previous part to get the Hellfine crit is proving itself worth it. Finally. But yeah, so the Axial Fan stuff, that will be interesting. Unfortunately, it's going to be several months before products will be available. It seems, because they did say late 2020 is when we'd see stuff. So. That's unfortunate, but I mean, it also seems kind of weird that, this is just in general me talking, it also seems a little weird to me that it will go that long before there's any new GPU stuff from AMD. And I don't necessarily mean that as far as like how do I want to put this? I'd be fine if it were we're gonna have something come out, but it'll be like a just different version of Navi 1. Maybe a little bit better. Sort of like how we had the RX 590. also the RX 500 series, you could argue it in general. Something that it is a bit better, but it's not necessarily the full generation leap people are looking for. Like a 5750, a 5750 kind of thing. I wonder if we'll see something like that. Actually, yeah, akin to what the Super Series is from NVIDIA. I think all that I have left. Yeah, it's just the two things that came out this week that I wrote, and the thing I'm working on that last week I didn't want to name because I was still working on it. I am still working on it, but I figured, oh, well, it's the fourth part that I'm working on is out, so I'll just, I don't mind mentioning it. So I was provided with a key, wrong button, for the expansion to Star Control Origins. And now that the fourth part of that is out, it actually released Thursday, which, because I'm doing this on Friday, was yesterday. Oh shit. Yeah, so I've been working on a review, basically a full experience review, it's what I tend to call these, for Star Control Origins. I did decide to replay the base game for it, which, ooh, that's added to the length. I spent 30 hours just redoing the base campaign. Hey, I enjoyed the game, so I don't mind doing this, but it's also some of the stuff is available. I think you will see. I actually did encounter some missions. I didn't realize it right away. Some of these missions were from the DLC, in fact. But, they are actually, some are, you can encounter them in the base game, which is pretty neat. But yeah, I'm still working on that. But I have been working on it, so hopefully that will be out before long. It'll probably take me till the end of the weekend to have the work done. But yeah, pretty neat, I think. I've been enjoying it so far. I don't want to say how far I've gotten, especially since after this I'm going to get back to work on it, so it'll be out-of-date information by the time this video is live anyhow. But yeah, so that, just know it's coming. Hopefully it will not be long. Come on. Oh, okay, now I'm remembering how some stuff works. So, when I get... Whoops. Hang on. When I get the Dead Lords, I'm able to summon them and they'll do certain things. After they return to the King, though, then I get the ability to summon the copies of myself in their place. That's right, that is how that works. Just... Alright, what is the way up? I'm just trying to... I don't think it's just... Oh wait, no. It can be. That path I took, getting down here, I can take going back. And also get that gold. So yeah, that will hopefully be coming. Also, I might be able to work on a new project sometime soon, but still figuring out about that. Two things went live this week. First was my series statistics, the Frustrum Follies, which, as I put in the article, is something born of an idea I had while working on the anti-aliasing article, the aliasing adventure. Concerning how the way sampling works, the frustum shape, so this basically the camera shape, has an impact. So what happens when you change that? What happens when you change the frustum? And it was definitely interesting. Unfortunately, not all of it was clear. Like, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider data was basically perfectly linear, it seems, so no impact there, but 3D Mark showed an impact, 3D Mark would also be more likely to show an impact, and then Serious Sam Fusion 2017 showed an impact, which is not as expected. Well, what it was showing was definitely odd. So it would confirm there is something to this, but it's also this is kind of weird what I'm seeing. But yeah, I think it was worth doing the work I did. Even though the conclusion is sort of, does it really mean much? It depends. It depends if it actually matters all that much.
You would interrupt my slumber.
Ow.
Cannot change what is to come.
No. There. Okay, see, that's just bullshit. Why did you change? Insert complaint about to camera here. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. He never stopped that attack, and I couldn't dodge. Bullshit. That was bullshit. But anyway, that article.
Cannot change what is to come.
Like the previous two? Yes. 2 Series articles have all that stuff up on GitHub so you can see it as a PDF instead of on HTML. All the data, all the scripts, all that, including I tried my best to make the scripts for making the for collecting, processing, all that with the I need to move now because this is his bullshit attack. Or collecting you know, I need to stop talking. I need to focus on this because this is such a bullshit fight right now. Yeah, so this way down pressure plates, that's the thing that you end up gaining with your own, when you have your own copies. Anyway, so yeah, but yeah, that was a bullshit fight. Just the... No, summon.
I will serve. As you command.
There we go. Just the sheer number thrown on there. The fact that I couldn't, trust a lock on. And the whole, you get hit, you are paused, stuff like that. No. That was not a well put together fight. Or at least there are ways it could have been done much better. For one, just having a not so piece of shit camera. I did hit the thing to go up. I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh, that's right. 4 is the top level. There was some... No. Yeah, I forgot what the top level was. There's something that did require the interdiction. I just don't remember where it was now. Yeah, so even though the 3D Mark Professional, it takes 3D Mark Professional to use advantage of the stuff I've made for 3D Mark, it still is it's all there, so anyone can look at it if they are curious, or what have you. Okay, no, that's where it just was. And it wasn't all the way down in 1. I don't know what it was I'm remembering about that. I guess it could have been on 3 and I'm just forgetting. Now I'll look again. But yeah, and I don't know if I'll necessarily like continue studying how the how it all works. Like in additional sorry, just need to clear my throat. How other games will react to changing things like the field of view and the aspect ratio. But it still is, I think that it's a reasonable question to ask, so spending the time to answer it wasn't foolish, but it is still kind of a silly thing to actually spend the time to do. Because most people, it's 6x9 they play at, they're not going to adjust that. Some people, I do kind of wonder how many people actually do bother changing the field of view in a game. I don't. So I need a reason to mess with that, and I typically don't have it, so yeah. Okay, would you please put that away? That is annoying. Get it off my screen. I know what to do. I've already done it, in fact. So yeah, the other thing that came out this week, though, was my review of The Political Machine, which did fail to impress me. So I ended also had certain issues to it as well. Like things not being well communicated to the player. Yeah, it was definitely interesting how you can buy an ad and certain aspects of it are communicated, but it's like I just didn't notice it. But it's like, alright, that's on me. It is there in a spot you expect to see it. Whereas with how the
This is no place for all.
the town halls work to get the ideology points, so that it's like, oh, it spends half your stamina, and then you will get the number of points you get is based on how much stamina is spent this way. It's like, oh yeah, that's communicated in a single place, nowhere else in the game, including the 2 other places that do discuss the system, including the how to play. It's like, yeah, this is important information, and with how frustrated I was getting, that why is it so variable? I don't know what's going on here. To suddenly discover that by going through the screenshots, because it's like, why did I take this screenshot? Actually, I think I took that screenshot just so that I had an image of the icon on the map. The fact that I had clicked on it was coincidence, so that it has a little blurb in the corner telling you stuff. Pure coincidence. So that really bothered me, and why I put it in there as yeah, this is a separate update, but my criticism still stands, because you could miss this. You could play for hours and never realize that this is what's going on, because it's not communicated properly. But that game, though, has gotten 2 patches since I played it. One actually, amusingly, did make a change that that addresses an issue I actually did mention in the review, which was that the ads cannot be canceled. And then it's like, oh, I see I now see a patch note here saying that, oh, that's now a thing. And that actually came out the day the review came out, but it's like, it's not like I sent that or anything.
As you wish.
That was not in response to me. That would just be sort of confirmation that, yes, this is something that should have, that other people would also think to do, and would think is a change that needed to be made. Alright. Okay, I think crossing that was just like be desummoned. This is gonna be like a list of those online. I'll probably just, whenever I get to that, may just look it up.
Go alone.
But yeah, that kind of change is speaks to the whole. Yeah, it can be worth reviewing games after they release, because that way you get to see patches like that in place, which actually makes doing the new playthrough for Star Control Origins more interesting, because changes made to the base game, just some patch stuff, which the lander I know got changed a bit. I don't remember all the changes, but I know it was changed. Like how much cargo it can hold got changed. Like that is all actually stuff that I don't think it influenced my original opinion that much. But it's something that could for somebody. So playing afterward has an advantage. The horse doesn't always like making a 90-degree turn. Come on, there we go. You're just being silly. Yeah, I don't think. I don't know when if I would take the time to replay the fourth machine, when I would do that. But it is definitely one that if I were to replay it, I may end up with a different opinion, but I also feel it would be best to wait to let more changes be applied. Just feel like killing this guy. That's all. There. Feel like going. Nope. There. So I'm just thinking, and it'll probably work out for this, that I'll just get to the next area and save, because I'm out of things to talk about, I think. There might have been more, but I've been so focused on the Earth Rising expansion review that I have not been paying perfect attention to other things. Oh yeah, I did see new vulnerabilities. One that, was that this week? I know I've told people about it, I just don't remember if I wrote that news up this week or if it was last week. With Intel, the possibility for it, its basic security engine thing to be broken, which could, it's going to be hard for it to be exploited, but there's potential for the exploit to basically cripple all security on Intel system. Not necessarily all, but nearly that. Very big deal, but fortunately it's going to be very hard to do. However, I also saw that apparently another vulnerability was found that was interesting. So, remember Meltdown? Apparently, that was a way that you could get information out of a CPU. Where it's like you could get it from you get information out of a cache that you shouldn't be able to have access to. Definitely a problem, right? Well, apparently some researchers realized that, hey, we could reverse this. We could create an exploit where we could potentially create an attack where instead of trying to pull information out, we're putting it in. Yeah. And Phoronix has already, because some mitigation strategies have been revealed, and Phoronix has already applied some of those in Linux and shown that, at least this first batch of mitigations, we are talking about for some workloads, including
Dusk, I am
video encoding, you can see the performance drop, 90%. I'm completely serious. That I'm pretty sure the x264 encoding went from like 40 frames a second down to 4. It's bad. This is bad. Yeah, and it's, and there are others that are other tasks that were also showing such a horrendous decrease to performance. So if I read it up, I'd probably use the Phoronix stuff as source. I don't think I will. Just I'm busy enough with other things, and at this point, it's a few days old. I've been busy. I'm very busy. Alright, but I'm gonna stop here so I can get this taken care of. I don't know, maybe I will write it up. We'll see. I know I need to work on the review right now. So I'm just clearing some stuff on my phone. Alright. 40 minutes? Not too bad. Yeah. I'm just thinking, is there anything... I can't think of anything else going on to mention that's specific for this stuff. No? Nothing's coming to mind. So alright, I will see you next time. And if you do end up seeing that I did put together an item on... Why did I close that tab? Oh yeah, there's also that. Doom Eternal's coming out soon. I might just buy that to work with it. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait to see if I do somehow get a key. Alright, and I also just pulled up the Phonics thing. Load value injection, that's the name of the attack. Apparently it was disclosed on Tuesday. Since I did just bring it up, why don't I just go straight to the... Because for me, I pay attention to the X264 stuff because that is what I would personally be impacted by. But fortunately, I'm not running Intel. Here it is, X264. No mitigation, 44.54 frames per second. Which is actually kind of low, I should... What are they running on? But once you apply this L fence mitigation, after loading in the instructions, you can do also have before, which that impact isn't so bad, but after loading it in, okay, so it wasn't as bad drop. So from 44.54 goes to 10.81. So that's a drop of 25%. But I think it would have been over here. Some of the stuff the drop was, so a hashing test that they have here, SM Hasher, went from basically no mitigations at all, 15,375.58, down to with every mitigation enabled, 1,460.06. Yeah, it's for some loads very bad. You gotta love the modern age security stuff. Alright, I am stopping, and I will see you next time.